city on earth, the city that never sleeps, Tupelo, Mississippi. Streaming and beaming direct to your brain pans wherever you are, all 226,000 plus of you, including Writing Tom, CJ, Jay Glaza, and Mason and Kobe and the USC Sammies. Is this your first time competing in the HQ Olympics? You haven't been using any performance enhancers, have you? No artificial intelligence allowed here, just your big natural brains. Let's go over the rules and regulations, all right? There's only one event in this Olympics, 12 rounds of trivia. I'm gonna ask 12 questions ranging from easy to hard. You have 10 seconds from when I start reading the question to tap your answer. Get it right, you move on to the next round, make it to the end, you win or split the cash prize. And today's prize is $1,000, 1,000 dilly dillies. You can buy like 30 big mouth Billy Basses for that money. Sync them all up so they're just a second off from each other and really annoy your loved ones this holiday season. Pro tip. Okay, you ready to dipsy-do dunkaroo? Are you ready to say yes to the dress? Then let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get quizzical, baby! Skirt, pop, pop. Q1, which of these is an animated TV show? Breaking Bad, American Idol, or SpongeBob SquarePants? Which of these is animated? AKA a cartoon. Like I said, these questions do start easy. And if you've been watching TV in the last 20 years, you should know it's SpongeBob SquarePants, an animated television show. A big, big show. 216,237. Got it right. Maybe you ate a Krusty Krab today? My leg! Who would have imagined that a pants-wearing sponge will become a pop culture phenomenon? Still soaking up the ratings even today. We have 216,000 plus moving on to Q2. Which kind of creature is an arachnid? Lizard, spider, or bird? Arachnid. You got 216,000 players between arachnid and a hard place right now. Answering this one, arachnids do not come from the land of lizards. They are spiders. Spiders from Mars and on Earth. Spiders are arachnids, 205,976. They don't have arachnophobia, the rest of you might. The word comes from a Greek myth about a weaver who was punished for her hubris by being turned into a spider. Her name? Arachne. Ooh, 205,976 players creeping and crawling onto Q3. What is the name of Michelangelo's most famous Renaissance statue? Brutus, Alexander, or David? Michelangelo. He sculpted this statue. He also painted the Sistine Chapel. And he also inspired the most radical, totally tubular of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The statue was David. Michelangelo's David is your answer, and 174,896 are art historians on that one. David the Giant Slayer, probably his most iconic statue. You've seen it. He's naked. He's showing off his dilly-dilly there. 174,896 players. Moving on to Q4. In television, the waiting room for performers is commonly known as what? The red room, the green room, or the blue room? By the way, I like that it's Michelangelo's David and not Dave. Wouldn't that be funny if it was just Dave? Very informal naming of a statue. But we're on to the next question here. The room where you wait before you go on to the show? It's the green room. We have one here, the green room. Any theater, any TV show has a green room. 149,118 players got it right. The specific origin of this term is lost to history, but it's used fairly universally today. Shout out to Paul Provenza and his green room. We have 149,000 players thinking about green, winning that green. The rest are feeling green with envy. Come back tonight if you're already out. Q5, cloud storage company YouSendIt rebranded itself in 2013 as what? RapidGator, Box, or Hightail? YouSendIt. You send it, I ask it, you answer it. You gotta answer this one. You gotta get them all right to win the money. Q5, YouSendIt became, in 2013, Hightail. rebranded as Hightail in 2013. I used to use You Send It. Ooh, savage question here. We just lost like 80,000, 90,000, 100,000? I'm not great at doing math in my head. I think about 100,000 players are out, but 49,000 are left. Man, oh man. Oh my Lanta. 49,000 players left after that one. They're hightailing it on to Q6. A person who is an expert in the science and study of wine is called what? Vintner, enologist, or brewmaster? Vintner, enologist, or brewmaster? An expert in wine. We can share the women, we can share the wine. If you're an enologist, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know what wine is and how it's made and all that. It's the science and study of wine. Enology, enologist is your answer. 21,647. Know their wine terms. Brewmasters deal with beer. Vintners sell wine and make wine, but enologists study wine. It comes from the Greek word oinos. We get the word enology from oinos, a very pretentious term for what essentially is a wino. 21,647 are sniffing, swishing, and sipping along to Q7. Martin Scorsese won his only Best Director Academy Award for which film? The Departed, Goodfellas, or Raging Bull? Marty Scorsese. Marty scores. He's made so many great films. King of Comedy, one of my all-time favorites. After Hours, Raging Bull, Goodfellas. He directed all of them, but he won for The Departed in 2006. It took the Academy a long time to give him his deserving trophy. 11,213. They remember that 2006 Academy Award. Seriously, how did it take them so long to give Marty an Oscar? I would quote a line from the movie, but this is a family show. A lot of four-letter expletives in that film. 11,213. They're not rats. We don't got rats here. Q8. What was the name of the original 1984 tabletop game launched by FASA about giant fighting robots, Mech Warrior, Battle Droids, or Battle Tech? It's not Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's not that kind of game. It's a tabletop game. It's also now a video game. You know it as classic Battle Tech, but when it first came out in '84, it was called Battle Droids. These are the droids you're looking for, and 5,446 got it right. For the rest of you, that was brutal. Toughie right there, 5,446. Hey, that word droids, yeah, familiar word, right? George Lucas thought so also. He made them change the title to Battletech, which is why we have a new name for it. 30 years later, Battletech still going strong. 5,446 HQTs are battling on, taking the fight to the streets to Q9. Which of these authors' best-selling novels features a bird of prey in its title? Jodi Picoult, Robert Ludlum, or Ransom Riggs? It's lit right now. The game is officially litty. When we talk about literature here on HQ, do you know this book? You might know it when I say it. Miss Peregrine's School. Yeah, Miss Peregrine. Peregrine is a bird of prey. It's a falcon. It's a duck hawk. Ransom Riggs wrote the book 1239. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. That's it. It's not a school. It's a home for peculiar children. And 1239, they knew it. They were not fooled on that one. Miss Peregrine. Beautiful bird. Gorgeous bird. Ransom Riggs. 1239. Moving on to Q10. What new wave band was co-founded by the composer of many film scores, including The Royal Tenenbaums and Thor Ragnarok? Devo, The Cars, or Talking Heads? Are we not men? Are we not men? We are Devo. That's right. It's just the quiz you want. This is the quiz you want, and 519 fans of Devo know that Mark Mothersbaugh, he's been scoring films since 1987, including those two. He's got over 190 IMDb credits today. 519 players are whipping this quiz. They have an uncontrollable urge to win that money. I've got a gut feeling that they just might. You got to answer 2 more. Q11, which of these web search engines debuted first? Web crawler, InfoSeeker, AliWeb. 519 players left. You got to answer 2 more questions to win the cash, including this one about the very first web search engine, which debuted in late 1993. Web crawler and InfoSeek came in 94, but AliWeb, Archie-like indexing for the web, was the first. Did you remember that one? 32 of you did. 132 HQTs left following that heartbreaker of a question. For the rest of you, I'm sorry, you came so close. Good enough for bragging rights on Twitter. You can tell your friends you got to Q11, but you were close. You don't have the cigar. There's no cigar there. You got to answer Q12 for the cigar. 132 players want to smoke those big doinks. They got to answer Q12. This is it. Q12 for all the Jenna marbles. It all boils down to this. Final question. 132 players, $1,000. Who's gonna make that money move? Q12, which of these international organizations boasts the most members? NATO, the European Union, or OECD? Who can boast the most? Woo boy, 132 players on pins and needles right now. I don't want to be a member of any organization that would have me for a member. That's my personal stance, and Groucho Marx's. But you gotta know which of these organizations had the most to win the money. The EU, European Union, currently has 28 members. Looking at you, United Kingdom. That's good for 3rd on this list. The OECD, or Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, comprises most of the major economies in the world, and they have 35 members. And then there's NATO, with only 29 members, which means OECD is your answer. Who's getting COD? 40 players, 40 winners, baby! 40 winners, as cool as the other side of the pillow. 25 each, dead ass. That's 25 real bucks. Real money going to your account on HQ. You won. You did it. All these weeks and months of toil, or maybe you had some beginner's luck today and won your first time out. Whatever it is, you did it. You won the money. Congratulations to you, the 40 winners today. For the rest of you, fun game, right? Still fun even though you didn't win? Yeah. That's why this is such a popular thing, this HQ. Come back tonight. We're playing again at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific. And every day at 3 p.m. Eastern, weekdays, 9 p.m. weeknights and weekends. That's how we do